Steve, thank you very much for having us here in California for the debut of the new Soul EV. I mean, the Soul has been hugely successful for Kia in the past since it's debuted, but now adds another chapter to the success story.
It sure does. You know, we're very, very proud of the Soul, and we think that the Soul EV is a nice new direction for the car. It's fully charged. We like to say it's fully charged, but it's electrified, and it's powered by a 27 kilowatt hour, 360 volt, state-of-the-art lithium-ion polymer battery. And what that means to our customers is it's 93 miles of range, which is significantly more than nearly all of our competitors, with the exception of the $70,000 Tesla Model S. But the car comes packed with lots and lots of technology to help maximize range and minimize the carbon footprint.
And that's thanks to the new technology in the battery, I understand, right?
That's exactly right. The battery materials are very, very special. It's a lithium-ion polymer battery, but it's the materials inside the battery, the nickel, cobalt, manganese cathode, and the carbon graphite anode, and a special electrolyte that those are bathed in that make it really unique. And what's unique about it is that it's got a very, very high energy density, which means we can cram a lot of energy into a small space, which is helpful because when the battery fits into the car, which is under the floor, it preserves the interior space and the interior package of the car.
So compared to the original Kia Soul, how much space was taken because of the electrification of it?
It's actually very, very, very minimal. The rear floor where you put your feet has been raised about 75 millimeters, but to offset that, we've actually repositioned the occupants back a little bit so you can barely even notice it. Other than that, there's essentially no change to the interior space.
Well, but the outside, I mean, special colors, special looks of it. Obviously, the grille in the front changed a lot because that's where you charge it from.
Yeah. So good point. So on the outside of the car, we've tried to distinguish the Soul EV from the Soul. It's by different colors. There's 4 color schemes. There's black with the red roof, blue with the white roof, all titanium, all white. And then beyond the colors, there's unique design cues, like you mentioned, the grille. The grille is completely different, and what's hidden in the grille is the charge ports. So you push a little button, the door opens up, and you can access the charge ports to really easily charge the car. The front fascia or the bumper skin is different. The wheels are unique. The rear fascia and bumper skin is unique, and the taillights actually have a little LED array in it to distinguish the car from the Soul, the non-EV Soul.
So, and the charging ports that you mentioned, you have 2, and most cars have only 1. Why is that?
Yeah, we're very proud of this. The car comes with a standard DC charge capability, which means that the car can be recharged from empty to 80% in about 33 minutes. The second charge port is for your level 1 and level 2 charging, which is 120 volt or 240 volt charging. 240 volts most common, and that will recharge the car in about 4.5 hours.
So the 220 is like the one you have in the dryer in your house, and like people just can like make another arrangement to have it close to the car, right?
Exactly. The 220 is generally available in the house somewhere, in the garage, but typically in the garage, best place to put the charger, and you simply plug the charger in and charge your car in about 4.5 hours.
And then the other one, like the regular 110, it's just like your cell phone.
Yeah, just like your cell phone. It's going to take longer. Full disclosure, it's going to take 24 hours to recharge the car from empty, but for some people it can actually work.
Yeah, I mean, with all electric cars, I mean, that's what happens at the beginning. I think there's like a little learning curve that you have to adjust. I mean, to remember where you can charge it, where you're going and all that. I mean, there's also a little bit of anxiety with it, but you have to learn, like within, I would say, what do you say, like in terms of time, 1 week, 2 weeks, that people start getting more comfortable with using an electric car?
Yeah, actually, I think that's about right. 1 or 2 weeks, and once you figure out your local charge spots and your daily loop, you can very, very easily live with an EV. It works for a lot of people.
At the beginning, it's going to be sold only in California, right?
Yeah, the first few months we're going to be in California, but we're looking to expand the market outside California.
Can we talk a little bit about pricing and how are you offering for the consumers?
Sure. We've got a very, very good price story here. The Soul EV starts at $33,700. The Soul EV Plus is $35,700, and the Plus gets you leather seat trim, cooled front seats, folding side mirrors, front and rear park assist. But we have a very, very good lease. We have a very attractive lease that's $249 a month. That's for 36 months with $19.95 down. Very, very competitive.
Can we go back a little bit to the technology in the battery? Because with some cars, I have had the experience of like thinking that I calculated correctly, and at the end of the day, I was pretty close to my house, and it went from 18 to 11. miles of range really quickly, like within a block.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think this new battery eliminates part of that.
The new battery helps that. There's a lot of technology in the car to help that. We've got a very robust regenerative braking system that helps recuperate energy and helps improve the range. But the battery materials themselves and the engineering in the battery are very beneficial to maximizing range and eliminating the fluctuations that occur. Oh my God, you got 10 miles, no wait, it's 20 miles, oh wait, no, it's 30 miles. So the battery materials and the composition are very helpful for that. But the intent, though, is to maximize range, and we've got an EPA number of 93 miles, and I can tell you from our own internal testing, we've gone well beyond that.
Yeah, and also it depends on how people drive. I mean, the styling of driving changes, like it does with a gas car too.
That's exactly right. If you keep your foot into it and you're driving fast in the fast lane, you will consume more energy. You can't get around that.
What about the guarantee for the battery and all the electric components of the car?
That's another thing we're very proud of. So the battery is warranted for 10 years or 100,000 miles, which is unique in the EV space. Most car companies will warrant it for 8 years. We're 10. And the rest of the powertrain is also warranted for 10 years, 100,000 miles. So we have a very durable powertrain. We're very proud of that, and so we warrant it accordingly.
So a great first step in this electrification of the car for Kia. Are any other plans for any cars in the future?
Well, you know, we've got a lot of engineers working on electromobility. So can't reveal anything at the moment, Javier, but
knowing Kia is going into that direction.
We're intrigued with the technology. Let's leave it at that. How's that?
Excellent. Well, we just drove the car for like a couple hours here in California, and the drive is fantastic. I mean, it's quiet, it's powerful, it's already all the power is there. So we really enjoy it. Thank you very much for
Thank you, Javier. We appreciate the comments and the opportunity to show you and the rest of the media the car. Thank you. You're welcome.
Este programa fue una producción de National Latino Broadcasting.